right, let's see. Hang on here. Starting the stream up. Here we go. All right, this is a little redo. Here we go. Number one show for the fans, by the fans, is back. CP from the Knicks Fan TV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Back at it again. Season 2 underway.
Yep.
This is the home for the diehard Knicks fan. If you're a diehard Knicks fan who loves to talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game live analysis featuring live callers, hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. JLs, how you feel, man?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. It's almost time for the season to start.
It's almost time, man.
Coming on Monday. I'm starting to see the little Knicks news, Knicks tidbits coming to training camps. It's a very exciting time. Yeah. You still have the hope now. You know what I mean?
We have the hope, man. That's all we ever have, man, to be honest with you, man. But it's all good because we got a young team, a nice core that we're trying to put together, along with some solid vets that we just picked up. So let's see what happens. But once again, salute to everybody in the chat, whether you're watching on the Nick of Time show, whether you're watching on Knicks Fan TV, wherever you guys are watching from, salute to you guys. One big tidbit. I told you guys that the phones were going to be up and running. We're going to take your calls. The phone lines are down, so that's the bad news. Good news is Knicks Fan TV Dave is going to be passing around a link in the chat. Click on the link and put your phone number in there. We're going to call you. Don't call us. We'll call you tonight.
Just stay by.
All right, just stay by the phone. So don't call us. We'll call you, and we'll let you know when we start kicking off the phone calls. But there's a little technical difficulties, nothing that we can control. But once those get back up and running, we'll have the regular switchboard going. But for now, just put your phone number. If you want us to talk and call in, we'll call you. Just put your phone number in the link that Knicks Fan TV provides, and we'll get back to you guys. Yep. Okay. All right, JL. So day 2 of practice is underway. Practice got started yesterday. We had media day on Monday. Fizdale was on the horn today, and he had a couple of things to say about Julius Randle. Let's play the clip.
I'm gonna do a lot of different stuff with Julius. I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna have him handling pick and roll. I'm gonna have him setting pick and rolls. He'll post and ice, and I'll run pin downs for him, cross screens and pin downs. So, you know, for a guy like that with that kind of talent, I want to be able to move him around and utilize his skill set from different parts of the floor.
So that was Fizz's comments on Julius Randle. He said he's going to have him running a lot of pick and roll as a roll guy and as the ball handler. He's going to have him bringing the ball up. A lot of post up, a lot of ISO. What's your takes on how we're going to unleash Julius?
I'm curious to see how he's going to take on the challenge, man, because he's done well for the Pelicans when Anthony Davis was out. So it's going to be the first time that he will be the man for the whole season. So I'm curious to see how he adapts to having the defense just focus on him 82 games. But I'm hopeful that he can do it. He's shown some flashes that he can. He's actually had the offense run through him with the Pelicans sometimes, even without a point guard. He's an underrated passer. He can pass pretty well, not always willing, but he has shown flashes. He can pass. He's shown flashes. He can play and pick and roll. So you know what? It's going to be exciting to see what he can do this season during 82 games. It can translate into Knicks wins.
I agree, man. When AD went out, Julius really, he put on a show from the stats point of view. Definitely put on a show. Very agile. I think that's one of his most underrated abilities, man, is this guy can run. And like Fizz said, he wants guys that can rebound and run the break, and Julius Randle could do just that. Imagine a pick and roll with him and Mitch.
Yeah.
You know, he averaged 4 dimes last season. So nothing to sneeze at from a big man standpoint. That's very good. That's very good.
Yeah, power forward, 4 dimes. Yo, can you imagine too him and Mitch with we're gonna eat up rebounds this season, dog.
Yeah. They're gonna bang. They're gonna bang, man. And like I said, he's very agile, very fleet of foot. You know, we saw him working out with Melo this off season. He's working on his footwork as well. Mm-hmm. He also mentioned during today's practice that obviously he's working on his 3-point jumpers. Last year he shot about 34% from 3.
Yeah, gotten better every year.
It's gotten better every year. Now, funnily enough, I was speaking to Alex and Gavin on Locked On Knicks. Salute to Alex and Gavin. And Gavin brought up an interesting point. He was saying that, although he did shoot 34% from three, a lot of those were uncontested. So to be fair, it'll be interesting to see once guys adjust and really chase him and try to run him off that line, how efficient he will be once these guys make those adjustments.
Well, he said it himself. He said his bread and butter is to be down low. So
yeah, that's his calling card. We know that.
Yeah, that's his calling card. That's why he's so efficient. That's why he's probably one of the most efficient scoring big men in the league last season. So I don't know if he's going to be shooting that many more threes. Maybe one or two, who knows? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me as long as if he's taking them when they're wide open, he's hitting them. That's all that really matters. It doesn't have to be a steady diet of threes. It doesn't have to be that for me.
It's true.
Especially if the offense is running through him. You know what I'm saying? Like if the offense is running through him, I don't mind him posting up and kicking it out to somebody else for three.
Yeah,
I don't mind it at all.
True indeed, man. And then Fizz had also alluded to the possibilities of running a little Randle at the 5. And you and I had talked about this earlier this season in our season discussions. Maybe running a little Marcus Morris at the 4. You run Mitch at the 5. Remember, I told you my wild card lineup was RJ at the 1. You run either Dotson at the 2, maybe a little for Frank at the 2 if Dotson's not in. You go Kev at the 3. Marcus Morris at the 4, Julius at the 5, if you need a little spark in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my favorite lineup. Like, I can see offensively it can do well in certain spots. I probably wouldn't put that lineup long term.
Yeah.
Because I know the numbers for him defensively at the 5 aren't
atrocious,
good. Like, it's a little shaky at the 4, but then when he goes to the 5, it's a lot worse. But if he's hitting that 3 consistently, then maybe we can definitely benefit from having, like a 5-minute run where we just run throughout the gym with that lineup.
Yeah. No, I agree. And by no means am I trying to run that lineup out there, for an extended period of time. But obviously for offensive stretch, I think that would be nice. A nice small ball lineup. A nice small ball lineup. We do know that defensively is going to be his Achilles heel. It's going to be interesting to see if he can improve on his rim protection. His overall court awareness, I think Marcus Morris should be able to help him with that. That's another reason why I like Marcus Morris starting at the 3. Not to say that Kevin Knox is not going to do that, but I feel like I'm more confident in Marcus Morris right now on the defensive side of things to get the team together, help Mitch in the front court and also help Julius Randle.
It's interesting, too, because Julius Randle has an incentive in his contract where he can get some extra money if he becomes Defensive Player of the Year. So they're trying to really motivate this guy to play defense this year as well. He's lost weight, so maybe he'll be a little quicker.
Yeah.
But who knows what'll happen? I'm not banking on it. I'm definitely not banking on Defensive Player of the Year. But I know when he's motivated that he's had some success playing defense when he's motivated. So we'll see what happens and how that shakes out for 82 games when you're the focal point of the offense.
Just gonna say that, man. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Obviously he's gonna be the guy, no doubt about it. He's going to be the guy. He's gonna get the highest usage on the team, and the offense is gonna run through him for better or for worse. And let's see how we go with this guy. And this is gonna be our horse. This is gonna be our guy, man.
Definitely. I'm excited, man. Preseason starts Monday. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. Preseason starts Monday against the Washington Wizards. Gonna be a nice one, man. Well, I feel like we always get the Wizards on the preseason schedule at least twice.
Yeah, we do. For sure. Yeah. It's the thing. You always get the little East Coast. Oh, get the Wizards and the Nets and whoever's around.
Philly sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it's the little Atlantic Division type of.
Absolutely, man. But don't forget the preseason finale against Zion.
they set that up
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. That was a setup.
He never played no Pelicans in preseason.
Yeah, that's right, man. That was definitely a setup. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. Let's go to some comments in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. If you're new in the chat, leave us with the hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. Shout out to Park City. I think Park City said he likes my lineup. John Talento in here. He's always in here early. Shells Heavy. What's going on, Shells? How you feeling?
Yeah, what's going on? Will from LI is always representing.
Yes, sir.
Will. He says he's going to the preseason game, the first one. So shout out to Will. Hope you have fun at that game. Shout out to Steven Evans.
Steven Evans, what's going on?
He said there is no way Julius will ever win Defensive Player of the Year. Stop.
Yeah,
I didn't say he would. I just said it was in his contract.
That's in his contract. That's all we said.
His contract.
Yeah, that's all we said.
I even myself said I don't see that happening, but in good incentive to play some defense.
Facts. We got Mr. T Park in here. He says Julius Randle is an athletic Zebo, which I can agree with a more expanded game. It's a good comparison. And Zebo did really expand his game as his career went on. When he got to Memphis, he came out a little bit. So shout out to Zebo, definitely one of my favorite players and favorite Knicks for sure.
If you really want to think about it, Julius Randle is a taller, a little less athletic, but taller Zion.
Yeah, according to Kenneth, right? according to Edis.
I mean, he averaged what Zion averaged in the NBA.
Yeah, man.
I mean, where's the lie?
Hey, we'll see, man. I'm gonna be very, very intrigued to see how they match up. How will they match up going head to head this season, and also what Zion does this season. Let's shout out some hashtag news. We got Eric Guerra in the chat. Hashtag new. Campbell Darcy checking in from Australia. Hashtag new. Salute to Campbell. Cheers, mate. We got Darren Gale showing love from Savannah, Georgia. Salute to Darren. And Sue York in the building. So salute to Sue York.
What up, Sue?
Yeah, man. Sue's in here. We got Rodolfo Irizarry. He says he's new to the chat. I'm not sure where he's checking in from. Maybe Puerto Rico. I don't know. We got Rich Diesel also. Hashtag new. Salute to you guys as well, man. Other news, JL's from practice. Frank was the topic. The spotlight was on Frank Ntilikina, and Fizz basically said that he was encouraged by what he saw in FIBA play. He met with Frank about 3 times this offseason. I think once in Dallas, once in LA, also back here in New York. Just stressing to him to stay aggressive, stay confident in his game. Talking about ways that he can stay healthy. Remember, that's one of the biggest factors that's been kind of prohibiting Frank to really meet his potential is really staying healthy so that he can get on the court.
I felt like he was overworking himself past 2 seasons. I remember one offseason he was working so hard, they would actually tell him to stop, and he ended up pulling a groin. So I felt like he was going a little too heavy on like the 2-a-days and the no days off thing, because he's a hard worker. He comes from a hard working family, but he has to hit the brakes on his body and allow it to heal sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm encouraged with is that, listen, I mean, they're showing confidence in the kid. Yeah. Obviously, what you're hearing is they are fully invested in this kid's success and his potential, and that's what you want to see. That's what you want to hear from this coach, because for a little bit last year, you just weren't sure. You just weren't sure where they stood with Frank last year in terms of the acquisitions that they made and also the inconsistency in playing time.
What stood out to me was, what I got excited about in me was, Fizz said he was going to take Francis plays and add them to the Knicks playbook. I was like, yeah.
He did mention that. He said he was watching the FIBA tape, and he said that he's going to take a couple pages out of Colette's playbook for Frank. He also said the French coach, is going to come to training camp as well. So let's see, man. Paul Quick was in the chat. He's like, why are we talking about Frank? Over the summer, Ari was DMing me on Instagram. He said, CP, why are you still talking about Frank? I mean, listen.
He's on the team.
He's on the team. He's on the team, Jay Ellis. Like, what more do you want? He's on the team for a reason, man.
Obviously. I mean, people want him gone so bad, yo. It's kind of nuts. Either on all the way on the left
Or all the way on the right. Like we said with Allen High, man, there's no in between with Frank, man. It's the Hatfields and McCaws. It's Republicans and Democrats. There's no middle ground. My whole point is we're going nowhere, okay? We've drafted this kid in the lottery. I'm not trying to see this fail, man. I'm trying to see this be a success. I'm not looking for him to be the next Donovan Mitchell. That window's already sailed, all right? I've already casted away that expectation that he has any superstar potential. But at the same time, how can you not see the potential for him to be a winning piece on the team?
And winning NBA player, role guy who can switch from 1 to 3 and sometimes 4, set people up, hit the open jump.
There it is. Simple and plain, JLs. That's all I'm trying to see. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to see. We have to commit to the development. That is part of the development. That is the secret sauce, right? It's not just, well, what's this kid coming in with? And if he's not meeting his potential right away, you throw him out. No, you have to invest in his success. He has the tools. Now, can this coach get the most out of him? He says he's stealing plays from the playbook. Let's see what it's going to be.
And Allen Hahn said it, too. It's like there's certain people are so just, they want everybody to be ready on day one. It doesn't always happen like that.
Doesn't always happen like that,
develop into yourself and get better over time. Some guys have to develop. Some guys will develop in 1 year. Some guys will develop in 2 years. Like sometimes it just takes longer for some guys to develop than others. And you just got to see the long-term potential, man. That's it, man.
That's it. That's it. And whether you want to take the stock in the FIBA play, a lot of the games, maybe not, but certainly the USA game, he deserves credit. He came in, he pushed his team, he willed his team to a comeback victory in the fourth quarter. He dominated Kemba on both ends of the floor in the fourth quarter. That's not up for debate. That was obvious. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah, and even the Austria game, like even though they lost to that game, they lost. Frank, he spurred the comeback. I mean, they can't. They can't.
I believe Argentina. You mean?
I mean Argentina.
Argentina.
Argentina. The Argentina game, like he spurred the comeback. So you saw that fire in him. You saw like, okay, when other guys are, when the defense is collapsing on other people, he can has the ability to kind of take over a little bit as like that third scored, and that's what that third guy has to do, take over when everybody else is pressed. And he's like, okay, well maybe this can transfer to the NBA as well. You just gotta give that man time.
Just give him time. That's all I'm saying. And I'm looking at some of the comments in the chat, and we're not here saying that this kid had a good year last year. He didn't have a good year last year. He had a terrible year last year. I'll be the first one to admit that. He was terrible last year. But what I'm saying is I see tools that, given a little development, may be able to bear fruit and help this team win games. That's all I'm saying. And I'm here to see it. And I think, they have a decision to make on October 31st, whether they're going to pick up the option. It seems like they will, based on what we're hearing so far. And I think it would behoove them to do so because we really have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. You're not going to get anything for him in a trade right now. Stock is low. Go for it.
It's $6.3 million. It's not that much. It's not like there's big name free agents coming next season. So it's like, might as well.
Might as well, man. Just invest in his success and see what happens. I'm not here to tell you he's going to be anything great. I'm just here to say I want to see what he can be.
Ari calling in, so the Frank.
We're gonna hear from Ari.
The Frank hate is coming.
The Frank hate is coming. The Frank hate is coming. So that I'm definitely looking forward to that call. Like I said, for those of you just joining in late, the phone lines are down as of right now, but we're gonna call you guys. So don't call us. We're gonna call you, and that's how the show is gonna run today. Unfortunately, but shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody supporting. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. And let's shout out to people. We got Knicks clicking here. Make Knicks great again. Some of our Instagram guys in here. What's going on? What else from practice? DSJ met with the media today and talked about his off-season regimen. Said he lost 15 pounds, Jay Ellis.
All right, and did I see you?
Said he
putting that work in.
Yeah, said he lost 15 pounds. He mostly cut out the fast food. He cut out the Bojangles. He mentioned he mentioned Bojangles so many times. I think they got an under the table deal or something. Some sponsorship going on.
Definitely, if you check his Instagram, I'm pretty sure he said Bojangles logo in the back.
I'm telling you, man. DSJ said he cut out the Bojangles, but listen, that's certainly a sign. You know, it's certainly an encouraging sign. We know his durability is one of his big question marks.
Facts. That's everybody's question mark. Actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But especially for him, big time question mark. So for him to take that into consideration and take his conditioning and his fitness seriously, I think that's a good step in terms of measuring his maturity. Let's see how that translates onto the court.
Yeah, you would have to think the speed might go up a little bit too. And you lose 15 pounds, and you figure somebody who's already athletic, you might be able to jump out the gym a little bit more. You know what I'm saying, Mitch?
That's it. That's it, man. Shout out to Pierce Crossley, JLs. He dropped us a 10-pound super chat. So Pierce, I don't know what Pierce. I think Pierce may be checking in from either the UK or maybe Australia. But shout out to Pierce because he's definitely up late watching us. So cheers, mate.
Top down, screaming money.
Yeah, man. Cheers to Pierce, man. But so speaking of DSJ, and you mentioned Mitch, there was a training camp rumor established by one Stephen Bondi, who says that DSJ banged on Mitch from the foul line today.
From the foul line?
From the foul line today.
Oh my God.
I don't know how true this is. We need video, or it's not true. I don't know how true this is, JLs, but the rumor is that DSJ took off on Mitch from the foul line, and the rest is history, man.
Do we trust New York Daily News people?
No.
That's the first question.
No.
All right, because they're not allowed in a lot of buildings.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They could just be starting stuff. You know,
coming from Bondi, no. But it's still funny. It's still funny, and shout out to Knicks Click because Mitch also replied to Stephen Bondi on Twitter talking about when did this happen. So Mitch is putting down the rumors.
I didn't see this.
Yeah.
I didn't see this.
Shout out to Knicks Click. He's always on it, and so then so now DSJ now goes into his IG story saying video coming soon. So.
Is DSJ trolling?
I don't know, man. You be the judge, man. I'll let you guys in the chat be the judge.
Is this a situation where, like, when they say, you know how they say John Starks dunked on the whole Bulls team?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, Jordan's in the frame too, but there's debate because Jordan wasn't really in the frame.
Yeah, it was really just like a dunk by, but Starks is our guy, so we'll claim it as such.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, it definitely happened. 100% happened. You know what I mean? So...
Damn, these
funny,
Smith really propagating the lie, yo.
I'm telling you.
I want to see Mitch reply to B. Smith, man.
I'm telling you, man. So, but yeah, listen, I think, like I said, man, I got high hopes for DSJ. I'm hoping he and Mitch become our next 1-2 punch. Yeah, sprinkle in a little Julius. We'll see what RJ brings to the table. A little ISO. Can ISO be that 6-man punch off the bench is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. There's a lot to go around here, man. You don't know.
It's a lot to go around.
Everybody here is young. You don't know what can happen this season.
There's a lot to go around, man. So, yeah, those are pretty much the three main tidbits from practice. It was Fizdale's comments on Julius Randle. It was the spotlight on Frank Ntilikina. Frank coming in and saying that FIBA competition gave him some confidence. You keep hearing that word. You're hearing that word from Fizdale as well. It's confidence. And it's so obvious from what we see is that it's a lot of times it's a confidence issue. A lot of the times he's trying to be too unselfish at times, and that's causing him to overthink things on the court. You saw that too in the FIBA games as well with Frank. So hopefully he just stops thinking and just let it go. Let it go out there. And that's pretty much what Fizz had said as well.
Exactly. I just want to see that confidence kind of carry him throughout. 82 games this season. I want to see that confidence carry him throughout.
Facts.
That's what I want to see.
Factuals, man. Factuals. All right, so let's we're gonna go to the phones. Dave, send me the link to the spreadsheet so we can start making some phone calls and seeing who wants to talk. We're doing it in reverse this year, JLs. Yeah, I don't know. Technical difficulties with the switchboard. So we are going to call everyone. Dave, just send me the link in my Google chat so we can start calling some people that want to talk. Let's go to some more comments. Salute to everybody. Where's everybody checking in from? Put your city in the chat so we can see where you guys are checking in from. We already heard from Pierce Crossley, who sent us a super chat all the way from England, 3 a.m. checking us out, man. So cheers to Pierce. Robert Parris, longtime friend of the show. He says, let's make it a great season to grow from. Hold the Bojangles, Shales. So,
hold the Bojangles.
Hold the Bojangles.
I don't know why that sounds weird to me. Hold the Bojangles. Maybe it's the Jangles part.
Hey, listen, man. Bojangles is dangerous, man. I used to live in ATL. I used to live in the South.
Oh yeah.
I mean, from Bojangles to Zaxby's to Chick-fil-A to just the regular wing spots. I mean, DSJ's from the South, man. Is dangerous living down there, bro. The food is too good.
15 pounds.
The food is too good. The food is too good down there. So I feel his pain, man. All right, so before we get to the phones, let's shout out some locations. We got Danny checking in Riverside, Connecticut, Jersey Shore from Phoenix, San Diego, California. Salute to Ball. I was out in LA. I didn't get a chance to go to San Diego. I love that place. Such a beautiful place, man. If you haven't been there, you got to get there. Jaime Hernandez checking in from Tucson, Arizona. So we got East Coast, we got West Coast representing. We got Queens in the building. TD Tag. Who you got in your chat? What's your locations in your chat, man?
I see Richard LaJoy from Hartford, Connecticut. I see you.
Salute.
Kamai from Brooklyn. BK stand up. I see you, bro.
Okay.
Brooklyn
okay.
Good. Stephen Evans. From Essex County. I see you too.
Okay.
Enzo, Delray Beach, Florida. I see you too.
Florida.
And Gary.
All right.
What up, man?
Yeah, man. We got some Miamis in the building. We got some Miamis in the building. I'm thinking about doing a Knicks Heat in March. Do a live on location from Miami. Let's go to enemy territory.
Oh, snap.
And well, really not enemy territory, because in Miami, man, there's tons of Knicks fans down there.
That's Knicks town too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's prime location to link up with the squad out there and go to a game. So let's definitely do it.
All
right. So first call. This is the first caller. We're gonna call Jay Gates. Jay Gates wants to talk Knicks. Let's see how this goes, Shales. This could get a little. this could get a little weird. All right, Jay, you're up, man. You got to answer your phone, man. I'm calling you. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm calling Jay Gates.
Will this work the other way?
Will it work?
Will he pick up the phone?
Will he pick up? Let's
see. All right, I think he picked up.
Hello. Yo, Jay.
For reaching out to the boy. How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. So what you want to talk about, bro?
Listen, to keep it a whole being with y'all, man. This is Stephen Evans in the chat, bend the knees, gang, all of that.
Okay.
So again, hello. And listen, like y'all, I'm getting ready for the season. I got high hopes, measured expectations, man. But I'm looking for some good ball to be played. I've been giving your mans a problem though over the last couple of weeks. About Frank Ntilikina, bro. And listen, I'm not trying to start off the Frankie cigarettes hate, right? As of right now, he's one of ours. So you got to put your arm around the boy. But I'm telling you, man, Phil Jackson was a covert agent, and Frank Ntilikina was the last fuck you on the way out the door to us. I'm trying to tell y'all some good shit, right? And we have got to understand. It's like being in a bad relationship. You understand? Sometimes Shorty don't want you no more. Sometimes you don't want Shorty no more. Stop trying to make it work. He has shown us. He has shown us what he is and what he's not. I don't care that he was in FIBA over there playing against carpenters and fucking cigarette rollers and shit, and he showed out.
Just chill with the language, man. We try to keep it a family show.
My bad.
All good. Well, he's emotional, JL. What I'm trying to say, even Stevens, is what do we have to lose? We're trying to keep developing the kid. Why give up on him so early?
Listen, I'll tell you what. That's a valid point. I can appreciate that. But my thing is, especially when you've been doing this as long as I have, as long as you have, right? Mm-hmm. Your eyes tell you whether somebody has it or not. I'm all for not giving up on somebody before they see the light, as it were, right? I'm all about giving rookies and young players time to go out there and learn their limits, test their boundaries, make their mistakes, so on and so forth. Now, I'm telling you, from somebody who has watched ball since seemingly the day he was born, he does not have it. He has all the attributes to be a good wing defender and maybe a 3-and-D guy someplace else, right? It's not going to happen here. And I told you a couple of months before, my main reason that I'm tight about old Frankie cigarettes is because he ruined one of the best nicknames the city has ever given a player. The French Prince. We can never name anybody that ever again.
I mean, that's not true, man. That's not true, man. I appreciate the call, bro. Appreciate the call, man. That's not necessarily true, J. Ellis. I mean, listen.
It's not true that's not the best nickname ever given.
No, that he ruined it. I mean, listen, another guy can come along. You know, Michael Petrus Jr. may come along in 10 years and be a superstar here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's going to be like a transition period if Frank doesn't work out. We can't call somebody the French Prince next season.
Yeah, you got to give a little time. You got to give a little time and, let him marinate. Let him marinate, man. Let him marinate.
Yeah,
Yo, let me tell you something about this guy, Even Stevens, though. What he didn't tell you was that he left me a comment the other day. It was like, yo, man, I can't take this anymore. Y'all got to block me from the channel. So I put him out his misery, and I block him from the channel. Then I see him on the Nick of Time show. I gotta bring him back, man. I gotta bring him back. He's just emotional, as you can tell. He's just emotional, man. He's just a passionate Knicks fan, you know. Even Stevens, we gotta bring you back to Knicks Fan TV, man. It's all good.
Oh man. I mean, if
it's all good. My man personally requested that I block him from the channel.
That is a special guy.
He goes, I can't stand watching these Frank highlights. Oh, because it was during the summer when I was putting the Frank highlight, the FIBA highlights up every day. And Steven Evans couldn't take it, man. He wanted me to put him out of his misery, so he said to block him from the channel.
Funny.
So, boy.
He's lucky. He's lucky I didn't have the resources to do the Frank highlights. I would have had him up too.
Yeah, I mean, listen. It's for me to give the people the information. You be the judge. You take that for what you will. All right, that's all I was trying to do, man. That's all I was trying to do. All right.
Take the good with the bad, man.
That's it, man. Take the good with the bad, JLs. That's it, man. Salute a couple more super chats coming in. Salute to Michael Ray. Sends us a super chat. He says he could see ISO off the bench putting up Lou Williams numbers, all buckets. That's my guy, man. That's where I'm going with it. You know, I know a lot of guys. I talked to a lot of guys in the chat and in the comments, namely my guy named New York Guy, because he talks about ISO being a starter all the time. Tommy Gibson, he wants ISO to start. He gets tight at me when I say, listen, being someone off the bench is not a bad thing, JLs.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's not being a spark off the bench. Being a guy off the bench is not a bad thing. Manu Ginobili made a living off of the bench. He made a Hall of Fame career.
That's a fact.
On top of his Argentinian career, off the bench. James Harden made his name off the bench. It's not the end of the world. I'm just saying this is where I feel like he can help the team even more.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not a talent thing either.
Yeah, it's not a talent thing.
Like I always say, it's a fit thing. It's really a fit thing. Like it's more fit and style of play. Mm-hmm. Because if ISO, I know he's been working on shooting more threes and quicker release. If he's able to do more of that and not dominate the ball as much, it would make more sense for him to be, you know, a two guy who's not going to dominate the ball, let DSJ do his thing and let the other guys Julius Randle do their thing too. Mm-hmm. But I mean, because he's kind of a ball dominant person, it might behoove him and behoove our team to have him come off the bench and
that's it.
Do his thing.
That's all I'm saying, man. That I think I just like him being the focal point of the offense, coming off the bench and running the show, man. And I think he's gonna do it. That's my pick. We had the LA Roundtable last week. We're putting those videos together, and we're gonna put those out later this week. And one of the questions that we took from the chat from Knicks Fan TV was, who do we consider the breakout player? And my pick was ISO. My pick was ISO, man. I think he's going to be even better than he was last year. As you said, the 3-point shooting is the focal point. He even said that. You know, they want him to start shooting more threes, and I think we're going to see that. And if he can hit him at the same clip that he did, we're in good shape.
That's a pretty good pick. It's like, it's hard for me to pick a 2. Like, talent-wise, I get it, because when you look at all the 2s there, he seems to me has the highest upside out of everybody at that 2 position.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many there that you just have to kind of like, you just don't know. Like,
right.
Wayne Ellington with Reggie Bullock when he gets back, with Dotson, even Frank might play the 2. You just don't know.
Right.
But I can see why you pick ISO. I'm not mad at it at all.
What's your take? I didn't speak to you yesterday, but I went live when I touched down and I was talking about Dot. What's your take on the Dotson injury? Because I think it's going to be a setback for him.
I'm worried, man. I'm worried. I'm worried for a few reasons. One, I'm worried because he was like the last person kind of picked up, and it seemed like it came down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's kind of like already an indication of what they might be thinking. Like, 2, usually you get better over the summer. And if you're injured over the summer, you don't really have the opportunity to kind of grow your game like everybody else. And then he's going to be coming into the game, kind of working himself into shape and working himself into, rhythm again during the season. So, and with so many shooting guards already on the roster, I feel like he might be a little bit behind the 8 ball when it comes to everybody else.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried of what that means for him and his future here. Because, somebody's going to have to go at some point. We have so many shooting guards. And he might be a little bit behind the 8 ball because of that.
I definitely on that. I said that on the my phone keeps going out. I said that on the show last night. I think it's going to set him back, especially when you consider so many guys that are under consideration at the 2. You think about ISO, you think about RJ, you think about Wayne Ellington, especially from a 3-point shooting standpoint, and you also think about maybe Frank. The way they're touting him. So I think that's a setback for Dotson. As much as we like him, that's a setback, missing the entire preseason. So we'll see. But as I said in the show, is that you, myself, and Terry had discussed it when we were talking about our 2-guard rotation, and that was Terry's point. He said, injuries may play a factor into who factors into the rotation.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Sure. That's for sure. I mean, you have a lot of injury-prone people.
Yep. I agree, man. Who's on deck to call next? We're going to call Kenneth Lane next. So, Kenneth Lane, be ready.
All right.
Let me just address another super chat that came from Michael Ray. He said, if Frank becomes James Posey 2.0, we will be happy. Sure. James Posey was tough as nails, man. Much bigger than Frank. I'm not sure if he'll fill out like James Posey. But Posey was nice, and he factored into the Celtics' run to the finals and ultimately winning the chip. And he was a solid 3-and-D role player. That was James Posey, man. Real good player. Real solid player. All right, let's call Kenneth up, Jay. Let's see what Kenneth is doing on this Wednesday evening. Round 2 of We'll Call You, Don't Call Us. Okay, here we go.
It's not even a line, man.
Here we go. This is what happens, man. When you have technical difficulties, you got to make it work. There's always a workaround.
You go.
Yo, what's good?
Kenneth, what's good, my dude? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. Yo, I'm sorry about Vegas, man. I'm sorry about Vegas.
Yeah, JL. Yo, Kenneth stood us up in Vegas, man.
What?
Nah.
Yeah, he stood us up in Vegas, bro. I had the happy hour, everything set up. I had everybody come through. We had 30 people come through that happy hour. Kenneth was like, yeah, I'm going to pull up, man. I'm coming with my girl, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no doubt, bro. Pull up. We here. No, Kenneth.
Damn.
Nah, that was my first time in Vegas. My girl, we was out there with the fam. I went a little too hard in Vegas.
Too litty. It was too litty for him, JL. He couldn't hang. He couldn't hang, man. It's all good, man. It's your first time, man.
It's good to see y'all back, though. But my thing is, I'm really liking this team. My thing is, we really got a situation with the point guards. That's going to be a battle in training camp. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I've always been high on Frank. I get the Frank hate, but it's like if he just put it together, he's that perfect point guard. But that's probably reaching. But I think Dennis Smith is really going to take that leap this year. Year 3 for him. I really think Dennis is going to just blow everybody away. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
But
I hope so, man. I hope so. I'm looking for big things from DSJ. He's my pick to start for right now. You heard quotes from Peyton. Peyton was like, "Yeah, I don't care as long as we win."
Mm-hmm.
That's what they all say, but we'll see what happens when the playing time starts getting dished out, JLs.
Exactly.
So, my question to you guys, like realistically, like we do have a deep team.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we get disappointed. Do you really see this team as a playoff team? Or having a chance to make it to the playoffs?
Go ahead, JLs.
I mean, there's always a chance. You know what I'm saying? There's always a chance. I've said
now with the Knicks, but I see what you're saying though.
There's always a chance. I've always say 30 wins. Here's the thing with this team: there's so many young players, and there's so many players under 25 that there's not. The ceiling hasn't been met with over half the roster.
True, it's true.
So
you just don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you just don't know what you're getting. Everything's gonna be a surprise. So somebody can break out. This is like 5 people can break out and be like, oh.
Right. I think that's gonna be DSJ this season. I think he's really taking that, step maturely. His basketball IQ is just there for me right now. Like seeing what he's been doing this off summer with his shot. I think he's just putting it all together. We're gonna see that this season. So
yeah, I mean, to me, and appreciate the call, Kenneth. And to me, I agree with JLs. I'm sticking to my 30. I'm not moving from 30, JLs. I said 30 from the summertime, and I'm not moving from it. I'm setting my standards low, and I would like to be pleasantly surprised. That's where I'm going to go with it because I'm not. Yeah, but as you said, so much has to break right. We have, number one, we have all the youth. A lot of guys under 25. If we go with the starting lineup of DSJ, RJ, Knox at the 3, Randle at the 4, who's only 24, and Mitch at the 5, that'll be the youngest starting 5 in the NBA.
Again.
So it's going to be on Fizz. How does he manage their development? How does he manage the minutes with our veterans? We have veterans who are still at the peak of their career in terms of Marcus Morris. He's going to want to play. You have guys like a Wayne Ellington. He's going to want to play.
Over 30.
Right. Peyton, he's going to want to play despite what he says. So it's a lot of stuff that has to break right. How do we improve on our defensive numbers that was dead last year in so many categories? How do we improve on our three-point efficiency, our three-point statistics, which was almost at the bottom every year? Those are the key metrics that we're going to need to really win games. You know what I mean?
I fully expect the offense to be a lot better. I know that for sure. Mm-hmm. All the 3-point shooters that we signed this year was very deliberate. It was very intentional that we signed these guys. I would be surprised if we're dead last again or next year dead last.
Can't be.
There's just no way.
Yeah, I don't see it. We have to, certainly from the 3-point stripe, we got to be more efficient and more solid from there. And defensively as well, man. I think we just had a lot of knuckleheads last year, from Kenneth to Herzonia to a lot of the young rookies. Like, we just didn't have any solid defense out there. And with these vets, with Taj, with Morris, with, even Peyton, who some people question how good of a defender he is, with Frank, with Mitch, the defense has to improve. Defense has to improve.
Yo, dude, CP, when I was reading this article and they quoted Fizz, and Fizz says, I have people here who can retain information. Yeah. I fell out of my chair at work, dog.
Moutier.
I'm mad. That's the first person I thought. Moutier and Mario, yo. Yeah. Mario stayed on the bench for doing dumb shit.
I'm telling you, man. So, shout out to Mario. Good luck in Portland. I like Mario, though. I'm going to be rooting for Mario, Not going to be rooting for Kenneth.
Knox be lost. Knox be like a genius one play, and next play he'd be lost.
That's right.
So hopefully that he shores up that end of the he shows up defense. He shows up his defense as well.
Absolutely, man. So the next caller up is gonna be D-Tag in the chat. Avery D-Tag in the chat. We're gonna call him. And but first we're gonna salute to some people in our chats, man. Salute to CP the artist in here, always in here. All right. I got Elixir Flow in my chat. He seems like a new watcher. I haven't seen his comments in a while. Alwin Duarte, he's been in around. He says our defense was better than our offense last year. I don't know, man. It was all pretty bad. 17
Yeah.
wins. It was all trash. I can't rate one over the other,
Yeah,
man.
he's bottom of the league defense, bottom of the league in offense.
I can't see
I
it,
don't
man.
know. I don't know about that.
I can't see it. What do you guys in the chat think about Kenneth's comments? Do you guys see playoffs? I see CP the artist putting 36 wins in here. Throw your win totals in the chat and and let us know what you think. Big Shaq says 44 in the 8th seed.
Oh, he's going for it.
That's big.
Steven even asked, should we collaborate with the entertainer?
Oh, I have before, yeah. Entertainer, me and Entertainer is cool. We collab before. We're gonna set something up with Sim. Still gotta set something up with Sim. Nothing but Knicks. You have Knicks Film School. We got Macri coming on soon. We have Tommy D, who we're gonna be linking up with next week. At the studio, we got Tommy D coming in for some special content. So we're gonna be collaborating with everybody, man. Definitely gonna be collaborating with everybody.
Okay. 34 wins from Enzo. 38.
Okay.
37-32. Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of 30s. 35, Matthew Willard. 30 to 35, Prince Andy Isaac. Yeah, I think a lot of guys are realistic. Jarrell Williams is 45 in playoffs. Wow.
Woo! He's going for it.
Jarrell's going for it, baby. He's going for it. Leon Feeder says 27. Okay. He's going 27. Ari goes 26.
It's crazy because I feel like 38 and 40 might get us in the playoffs.
It could. It definitely could. All right, let's call up D-Tag. D-Tag, be by the phone, man. We're coming to you next. I like this game, Jail. This is like, this is a little bit different for us, man. But you got to always adjust. Got to make those adjustments, man. Definitely. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Think we lost it. Uh-oh.
What's up?
Yo, what's good, man? You just put your TV or your computer on mute. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, doing good. I mean, you were talking about Alonzo Chair. At times I talk to people who like talk about squads like rotations and two guards, and they never mention Alonzo Trier like being there, or it was like y'all talked about it, but it was kind of weird. I was like, how he's going to get minutes with Dawson? Like, if you want like defense and stuff, like, like, is it going to be Frank, or it's like the second user? It's going to be like, what's his name? What's that second?
RJ?
What's his name? No, the second point guard.
Are you talking about Alfred Payton?
Yeah, I'm Payton. Yeah. I don't see them playing with each other. It's just.
Yeah.
It's
it's a weird mix. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a weird mix. Is he gonna play some point guard, or he's gonna play because it's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate the call, man. He's basically saying what you were saying. You always been saying, JLs. Yeah. It's a weird mix. How are we gonna go? A guy like ISO, he's more of an offensive focused player. How are you gonna get Dotson his minutes? How you get Frank in his minutes? That's gonna be on Fizz.
Yeah, that's gonna be on Fizz, and that's gonna be on Perry when it comes down to February stuff, because like the first part, when Perry first came here, I felt like they're just grabbing talent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're grabbing talent and just throwing them in a bucket. This offseason is the first time where I feel like he's actually considering how pieces fit together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like the more time we give them, the more they'll start to consider mixing talent with fit. And then we'll have like another shot blocker and 3-and-D guys and guys who handle the ball and guys who play off ball and things of that nature.
Agreed. It's not going to be perfect in the beginning, people.
Yeah.
This is a work in progress. So, a lot of these guys are going to be mismatches. It's going to be, fitting around square. And what I'm saying? Round peg in a square hole, all of that. It's not going to be perfect. Fizz is going to have to find his rotation. I see this rotation. I saw somebody, Robert Parrish, maybe in the chat said 10. I think it could go maybe 11, even maybe 12, man. It's gonna be deep in the beginning. I don't see how Fizz condenses this rotation out the gate. I think it's gonna take him some time.
Yo, I'm definitely preparing to hear the term like extended training camp, yo. I'm definitely preparing for that, yo.
Yeah. I hope
Like,
not,
it's
man.
gonna be in December. Yo, we still figuring it out, dog.
We're still figuring it out. We're still figuring it out, you know. We're still figuring it out.
Christmas, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Quick reset. Salute to everybody in the chat watching right now. We got about 350 people watching. CP from Knicks Fan TV. My man Jay Else from Nick of Time Show. This is the home of the diehard Knicks fan, where we talk about Knicks news like we are right now. Knicks rumors and post-game live analysis featuring live callers from you, the fans. First game coming up is going to be October 7th, Knicks versus Wizards, the first preseason game on the docket. So you know where to go right after the game. Come right here to Knicks Fan TV, to the Nick of Time Show, and let's weigh in on our first preseason game, man. Also, this Saturday, open practice, JLs. Open practice. We will be there this Saturday.
In the building.
We're going to be in the building. We'll get you guys the details in terms of the content, where the content is going to be. We will be, whether we're posting stories or going live, we'll give you guys the final details. So just check your communities tab, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. JLs, would you change your light bulb?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. All right, next man up is we're gonna call Big Shaq, Julian. We're gonna call Julian. We haven't heard from Julian in a long time, man. We haven't heard from Julian in a long time. But let's salute Michael Parker, number one friend of the program. He says salute CP and JL. A salute to the chat. He's predicting 42 wins, JL. He's going 42.
Okay, well, all right.
Stay
Going
tuned.
big, man.
He's going big. He's going big.
Optimistic.
Yes,
I
sir.
like it.
Optimistic as well, man. All right, so let's call Julian. Julian's up, and then Will from LI is on deck. So here we go. I know Julian's gonna pick up. Julian used to be like the first caller of last season. He used to be the first caller every game, man.
What up, dude?
Yeah, we haven't heard from him in a while, man. Kind of ditched us a little bit.
He's on vacation, man.
He's like Kenneth. He stood us up in Vegas.
Hey.
Yo, what's good, my dude?
What up?
How you feeling, man?
I'll post y'all in a minute. I'm good. How are y'all?
Yeah, pretty good, man. So what do you want to talk about?
Just a little bit about Fizz and expectations for the season.
Okay.
You know, during training camp, it's all nice, and defense is going to be the priority this year. But I'm more interested to see if they're playing defense in like December, January, when we come off of a 5-game losing streak. Guys like the vets might want to throw in the towel. We can't defense first 15 games of the year and just start slacking off, because that's kind of how it was last year. And I don't want this off season all the talent we required to go to waste.
Got to get after it early, man. No doubt about it. Got to start early. I agree.
Yeah, man. And also depends on who's playing too, because there's guys whose calling card on his team is defense. Like Mitchell, Morris is a defensive player. Taj is a defensive player. Frank is a defensive player. Alfred, he also has some defensive pedigree as well. So as long as he plays certain guys in certain minutes when things are going down to kind of give that boost and keep everybody motivated, I think he will. But it's up to Fizz to play the right players, the right mix too.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't want to hear that extended traded camp garbage. I really don't. I'd say by at least before Christmas time, he has to figure out what are his 9, 8, 9, 10 best guys he can throw out there on a nightly basis and contribute. Hopefully, Frank's one of those guys, and then hopefully we give him the option, because it would just be stupid in terms of an asset management perspective, because he's a lottery pick, man. We can trade him for something.
I don't know right now, but
I feel like the FIBA.
He had a good summer. He gave Kemba buckets. I really like the way he played for France.
Yeah.
Hopefully the France coach rubs off on him a little bit and tries to tell him to give Frank some confidence. That's all it is with him. He's a talented kid.
Factuals,
man.
man. Appreciate the call, Julian. Yeah, JL said, listen, I've said it, we've said it. It's got to start on the defensive end, man. We have to get off to a good footing. And like I said, that's why I'm going with Mars. That's my 3.
Me too.
To kind of stabilize things in the beginning. Then you could always make the switch.
That's a fact.
You could always.
And Knox has working his defense too. I know he's been watching a lot of film, but hopefully he picks it up and he grows from last season.
Yes, sir. I agree, man. All right, next up, Will from LI's up, and then Ari's on deck. We got a couple more calls before we wrap up. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. If you're new in the chat, leave a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. If you're just getting in.
Hello?
My man, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's good to hear you. Hold on, let me mute the TV.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, y'all, listen, man. Y'all been doing great things this summer. I love the Chris Childs interview.
Chris Childs interview was lit, man.
What's it called? Aaron Hans and everything. You guys are doing great things. I love to see it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate the support, man, as usual.
Yep. So I will be there at the first preseason home game against the Wizards. Okay. Not this Monday, but that Friday.
Yeah.
And I will be at the season opener. Got that thing paid for, so I'm just can't wait to see y'all there. So it's gonna be lit.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man. Well, let me just stop you there since you mentioned it, so I could share it with the people who I have not shared it with. So what Will's alluding to is we will be hosting the Knicks season opener, home opener against the Celtics, Saturday, October 26th. A premium fan package in the VIP Chase Lounge at Madison Square Garden. The tickets include a ticket to the game, free food and drinks, no alcohol, just regular drinks, sodas, waters, all of that. Meet and greet with the Knicks alumni player. And giveaways, autograph packages, raffles, the whole 9, sponsored by Girls at the Knicks Omni Fan. And Jay Ellis, the free throws are back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Free throws are back.
Gotta get my 10-day contract.
The lucky fans who purchase this package will be coming with us on the floor on Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena, to shoot a free throw.
You on the floor, baby. You on the floor, Will.
I'm already 1 for 1, so I'm already ahead of the game. So you guys got to come through. Jay Ellis and me, we could bet we could put a nice little wager on this, Jay Ellis, and it's gonna be on video, man. So
hey, I gotta stack on it.
You better get your shooting back in order, Jay Ellis. Go to Dave & Buster's or something and get right, bro.
I'm not chill. You saw KD without Dave & Buster's. No, we can't go back to it no more. Oh man.
All right, well, so what you want to talk about, man?
All right, so the first thing is Fizz, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like his whole energy, especially like press conference, how they kicked off the conferences for media day with him, Scott Perry, Steve Mills. He wasn't like his most enthusiastic self. Cause I was like, cause you messed up. We ain't gonna fall for that like you did last year. We're looking at it, I'm just like, for me, I'm gonna start a riot if Peyton is the starting point guard at any time during the season, if DSJ and Fran are healthy. Like, I'm a riot. Like, I got a really short leash with Fizz. I'm not having it. And like, especially with this rotation, with everybody that we got right now, I'm really not messing. Like, I'm looking at Fizz, and I'm looking at this whole resume. I'm just like, what have you really done? Like, you still got to prove yourself. This is an actual roster. That one day write-off, red shirt year, we're done with that, right? I need wins, but at the same time, I don't care. Like, I don't want to see putting in Moutier over Frank because he's a better player, but at the same time, that was a complete waste of time for everybody involved, except for Moutier. Great for Moutier. I think, was he on the Suns or something? I don't know. It was good for him.
Utah.
Like, what does that leave us?
Utah, he's always Utah.
Yeah, he went to Utah.
Whatever. I couldn't care less. It's just, Fizz got to get this pack. And it's hard. And you're definitely right. He definitely got the hardest coaching job in the NBA because you look at all these guys, it's like stacked. When you saw what the Knicks put up on Instagram with all the roster and everything, that's 15 guys that legit can play. and it's up to Fish to see how that goes. But I digress. That's basically what I want to say for that. And then the last thing, it's KD related, man. Now, Kawhi went to a Rams game or something, and he got booed.
Yeah, they did. They booed him. They booed him and Paul George at the Rams game. Hey, it's Laker country, man. You know that.
Right.
It's Laker country, man.
So I need to know, is this what we doing? If we see KD, are we gonna be like, nah, son, boo, boo, boo?
Who got booed at the Mets? Oh, well, at the Mets game, and appreciate the call. Well, at the Mets game, Jay Ellis, when the news broke that KD and Kyrie had signed with the Nets, the fans booed. So, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, man. You know whose talent it is. You know whose talent it is. Yeah, we know that. But, yeah, Kawhi Leonard did get booed. And listen, there's Laker fans in there that's tight that he didn't sign with them. Just like at the Met game, it was Knicks fans tight that KD didn't sign with us.
So I wanted to ask Will. I guess he answered my question, though, kind of in that day. I was like, what if Peyton just plays better? But I guess he doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to just totally, roll over on this guy as a slouch. I mean, Peyton, his numbers and his performance last year bear consideration for the job. I'm not just saying that it needs to be DSJ's job. There's certainly skill sets as a floor general that Peyton will bring to this team. Whether it's as a starter, as a backup, I'm not sure. I just feel like I want to for this team to really have a successful season, I think DSJ has to take a leap. And if DSJ can take that leap, because skills-wise, he's better than Elfrid Payton, right?
Yeah, it's like each point guard brings something different to the table, right?
Right, exactly.
Like, Elfrid Payton is the best floor general point guard we have.
No question. Without question. You can't debate that.
That's not even debatable.
You can't debate that.
Right?
Yes.
DSJ has the highest upside on the team because of his athleticism.
That's what I'm saying.
If you put it all together, it can be crazy. Frank is the most versatile, and if Frank actually pans out, he can be like a defensive
and the best defender.
He can be Elfrid Payton in a few years, but can guard 1 through 3 or 4.
Right. Agreed. I'm just saying is that of the three, like you said, DSJ has the most upside, and that's what I'm trying to see realized with this team, with addition to Julius Randle and the other guys that you bring to this lineup.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Not to say that Peyton stinks or whatever, because like I said, his numbers are very commendable. I mean, he averaged 9 dimes after the All-Star break last year. So, I mean, you have to respect that for sure. Have to respect it for sure. It's just that he can't shoot to save his life. So I don't know if that'll ever improve, but we'll see, man. All right, let's give Ari a call. Let's see what Ari has to say.
All right, here we go. My breath.
Let's go. Let's give Ari a call because he's been waiting patiently. Let's see what Ari's got to say. Salute to everybody in the chat once again.
Hello.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, guys? How are you?
Good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good. I wasn't planning on calling tonight, but then I heard this Frank nonsense, and I just had to get I had to get some action in. But the first thing I want to know is who's that kid that told you that wanted to block you wanted to block he wanted you guys to block him from the show because you were talking about
that's
Frank highlights.
That's Even Stevens.
Oh,
we'll bring him back, though. We'll bring him back.
Bring him back. He's my friend right now. That guy. I love that dude. But listen, man. I mean, this is the deal with Frank. So since I was waiting, I did a little research, right? And he was the only player in the league to post an effective field goal percentage below 40%. While taking more than 200 shots, okay? Mm-hmm. And he's the 4th player in NBA history to attempt more than 700 shots in his first NBA season and shoot below 36% from the floor.
Yes.
So he is literally the worst offensive player in basketball, arguably. It's very arguable, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's number 1. Number 2, he's not a point – even if, let's say, he does learn how to shoot, which I highly doubt, he's not a point guard. I think we can all agree on that. He doesn't know anything about pace. He doesn't know anything about really running a team necessarily. He's not quick. He doesn't know how to penetrate. He can't facilitate. He can't break down a defense. So that means he's got to go to the 2 guard, right? And on this team, you have R.J. Barrett, you have Iso Zoe, you have Damian Dotson, Wayne Ellington, and Reggie Bullock, all playing the 2, right? And if you're going to put him to the 3, then he's just an undersized small forward who can't play basketball at that point, right? So, that's my problem with him. It's not like I don't think he could be a role player on a championship team.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have Kyrie and KD and like some other amazing player, and you just need someone to pass the ball and basically just switch 1 through 3, then maybe he could play. And
so then what's the problem? What are we talking about here, man?
No. The problem is we don't have Kyrie, we don't have KD, and his defense again. Like I don't understand the problem with. People talk like him. He's like Scottie Pippen defensively.
Listen.
Like he's not. I think he's overrated. Listen, I think he's a good defender, but I don't think he's locked down by any stretch.
Is he the best perimeter defender that we have on the team right now? Yes or no?
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
But I think RJ can develop into being just a relatively just as good of a defender as Frank.
RJ, wait, what's the word I keep hearing from Wiggle? RJ is not
Wiggle. Yeah.
I'll laugh that word all the damn time. RJ is not as agile as Frank. He's not able to get around screens as fluid.
Not yet, but I just think I don't know.
Listen, I think and appreciate the call, Ari, man. I gotta run to the next call and then wrap up because I gotta watch Power and catch up. But the thing is, Jay Ellis, we know the offensive numbers have been bad. We're not arguing that.
I mean, I already knew all those numbers.
I'm not arguing the numbers.
That's not new information.
I'm not even gonna make it up that he was anywhere near good last year. He was not.
No,
he was not. But
yeah, I mean, he had good moments. He got good moments.
That's
He
it.
ran the team good, but he shot really bad.
He shot very poorly. But that does not mean that he can't get better. That's what we're saying. I'm saying I'm invested in this kid's development, whether he materializes or not. I'm saying we have nothing to lose by keeping him here and continuing to see what he can become. He's only 21 years old. He was a project coming in. We knew this.
Yeah. Maybe he was just able to drink like last month.
Right. Maybe he was picked too high. I'm giving y'all that. He's not going to be Donovan Mitchell. I'm giving you that. I'm giving you all of that. But all we're saying, Jay Ellis, is keep him. The trade value is low. There's no point in trading him for unknown. Keep the kid and see what he can be. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? Just develop. Can we develop for once? Can we just do that for once?
What's wrong with that? And then people say, "Oh, well, he's not the greatest defender." Yeah, he slipped at moments last year, but he's still the best on the team.
Still the best on the team. You can't argue that he was the best pick and roll defender as a rookie.
He's still the best on the team. You can't tell me he doesn't have a high IQ.
Can't tell me that.
You can't tell me that. So what we need is for the rest of his game to pick up. And we saw a little bit of that in the FIBA game. His shot off the bounce, off the dribble, was a lot more fluid. At times, yes, he was still a little bit pensive, but at other times, he would turn up the jets. He knew how to pick it up. I don't agree that he can't facilitate. I believe that he can facilitate.
Yeah, I mean, he was setting up Gobert all day long.
All day long, whether he's a primary or the secondary leading the break.
Yeah, he's a combo guard. Right now, he's a combo guard.
That's it. I do agree that his playing time is going to be in the balance with so many people.
Yep.
But you don't expect all of these guys to be here for the long term. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, what if we just gave up on every NBA player after 2 years?
Yeah.
Like that.
Then he'd be Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, exactly. Then he'd be Trevor.
You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be Trevor Ariza. For once, can we please hold on to these pieces and let them be our own guys? Yes, we don't have the KDs and the Kyries, but hey, maybe somebody in the chat said we need Jester wins. There he goes. We need one of these kids to develop into the guy. Maybe two guys. And then maybe you bring a Frank off the bench to get a stop clutch in crunch time. You know, you're not looking for him to be the leader of the team. but he still brings intangibles that I think as he gets older, he may be able to be a positive impact player on the team.
Intangibles that some people don't have, and some intangibles you just can't teach. You just have.
That's all we're saying here. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see, man. There's no guarantees. All we're saying is I'm not giving up on Frank just yet. We're going to go to D Rose, a.k.a. David Sal, in a second, and then we're going to wrap up with Chad James. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, this is Knicks Fan TV with my man JL from Nick of Time Show. Salute to everybody. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. This is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans, the home of the diehard Knicks fan. We had Alan Hahn on a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Alan Hahn. That was a tremendous show. We're working on some other great guests. I created a playlist for those of you watching on Knicks Fan TV. I've created a playlist. If you click on the lowercase I at the top right, you'll see a playlist with all our special guests. So if you're new to the chat, you'll see all the videos from all our past guests, from Alan Hahn, Chris Childs, Mark Berman, who's going to be back on the show, Ian Begley, Moke Hamilton, Tommy Beard from Forbes Magazine. You know, the list is growing, JLs. The list is growing, and we definitely appreciate everybody for the support. All right, 2 more calls, and then we will wrap up. Remember, the open practice is this Saturday, so stay tuned to the channel for open practice content. And then we got our first preseason game on Monday against the Washington Wizards.
Finally.
All right, David. Let's see if David fell asleep on us or if he's still watching. David Jones says, get Chuck D on the show. I'm talking to Chuck, and we're working on it.
Hello?
Hey, David. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for calling.
No problem, man. How's it going, man?
It's going well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. What do you want to talk about today?
So I just wanted to ask you something real quick. Marcus Morris, he signed the 1-year deal with us, and he backed out of the Spurs whole contract. And what are your thoughts about that? Do you think he just signed with us just so he could play with us for 1 year and then get like a more lucrative offer next season?
I'm not sure, J. Ellis, man. That whole thing is still a mystery, bro. That whole thing with Marcus Morris is very much a mystery, bro. I don't know what happened. You had Popovich come on in his press conference this week, and he was asked about it, and he was just like, yeah, well, things happened that we weren't happy with and all of this. And Marcus Morris was asked about it, and he was kind of just like, well, I forgot what he said during media day. He was basically just like, well, I made my plans, and that's it.
Well,
exactly.
I feel like
this lineup
for one, you give him a 1-year deal.
Sometimes when you have superstars, they have to play a certain amount of time. You have too much, you can't get in a rhythm.
2,
I tell you what, that
on
was
media
the
day,
biggest
he
shock to
said
my system.
he liked the notion of being close to home.
I remember.
Yeah, it's a Philly bowl. Philly bowl.
Yeah, so I think like a combination of both. It's like,
I didn't know that they had
we're
ice.
paying him a little bit.
Like in the
We're
Northeast,
overpaying him a little bit because we had to spend the money.
You know
You know what I'm saying? And he's close to home. So like, I might as well take this.
Really nice.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it was.
Interesting. So you think he took the money over? I got the audio on Marcus Morris thing. Sorry, man. Go ahead and repeat that on Marcus Morris, man. I had the volume up on the highlights. My fault, people. My fault. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying was, for one, since the Knicks had a little bit of extra money, we kind of overpaid him a little bit for that 1-year deal, and I think we were paying him more than the Spurs were for their even though the Spurs were a multi-year deal, he was paying him more in that 1 year. So I feel like that was the first thing. And the second thing was he's actually he lives close to Philadelphia.
Closer to Philly, yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted to be closer to home. So that was like the second thing. That's the thing he said in media days, like, I'll be closer to home.
Right.
So I feel like those are the 2 factors. So I'm not really sure if he'll be here long term. If anyone wants to go during the trade deadline, to me, Marcus Morris, I think everybody agrees, might be the first one to go, because I'm not even sure. Like, the motives just seem to be maybe money and location. Julius Randle, who just like, I love to be a Knicks.
Yeah.
You know
Well, Julius is looking for a home. Julius is looking for a home, man, and he really hasn't had it. So with Morris, maybe, Jonathan Germain in the chat said he signed because he's a guy who likes $5 million. I mean, Hey, listen, some guys take a David West, for example. Look how much money David West turned down to go to the Spurs or was it the Warriors? One of those that he turned down a crazy amount, maybe double-digit contract just for a chance to win. So it all depends on your motivation. I mean, for a guy like Morris, the West is wide open. So, you know, who's to say he doesn't go to the Spurs and they surprise some people in the West?
I feel like age has a lot to do with it too, though. You know, I feel like when you're in your prime years, more players are more primed to go after money than anything.
Yeah, it's interesting.
When you get a little older, you're like, you know what, I want to win. Let's take that pay cut and go to Spurs so you can get some
Facts. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, but hey, I'm happy we have him, and thanks for the call, David. Thanks for calling in. I'm definitely happy that we have him. Like I already told you guys what I think he can bring to the team. Fizdale has echoed the same sentiments, and Morris went on at media day and said, hey, basically last year is last year, this year is this year, and we got some dogs on the team. And that's self-explanatory for the one reporter who asked him, "Can you define what a dog is?"
Have you ever seen me play?
It's simple enough. How do you define a dog? Throw that guy out of there with the ice mask guy. Like, come on, man.
Have you seen your mom?
Can you tell me what a dog is, please? Oh man, can't make it up, Tails, as they say.
One day we getting that media pass.
One day we'll be in there, man. We're
getting that media pass so I can ask them about ice as much as I want.
Proper questions, man. Yeah. Apologies. I know I had the game volume up. Sometimes those things happen. So apologies on that. But JL's restated his point. So I guess you guys got it. Salute to Rome in the chat. Matthew Willard, what's going on? Knicks Clicks, what's going on? Mr. Lee, what's going on, man? All right, last call of the night, JL's is going to go to Chad James. So let's give Chad a call. Yeah. Make sure he's not sleeping. Might be watching the Tonight Show. We got work in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go, Chad. We're going to area code. I'm not going to put his number out there. So, all right, here we go, Chad.
You have reached the voicemail box of 4.
Yo, Chad sent us the voicemail, bro.
It was going too well.
Oh, hold up. Here we go. He called back. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hey.
What's good, man? I didn't know if you wanted to talk or not, man. I didn't know.
Nah, I'm at work.
Okay.
I'm at work. I got my phone set to don't disturb.
Oh,
so I had the wrong number saved, so I saw a missed call.
Got you, man. Don't get in trouble, man. You know, make sure you good.
No, I got a minute. left.
Okay. All right. Come on. All right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Ready.
All right. I say I appreciate everything I've been doing this summer.
Yeah.
I've seen the Trish Kyle's interview.
Yep.
I love it. The Terry and Trader podcast I did, I watched every episode. That was dope.
Thanks.
Also, everybody need to leave Frank alone. I got Frank balling out on 2K. So leave that man alone.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just had a question. Like, when y'all ever gonna come out to Atlanta? Because I'm originally from Queens, Parkway. I live around Atlanta, so I go to every Knicks game when they come out here. Y'all need to come out here and do a show since you always talking about you lived out here.
Yeah,
you gotta come out here and mess with us.
Gotta come back to the A, man. And as you said, at the A, just like Miami, just like DC, Philly, it's always a home game. It's tons of Knicks fans. So that would be fun. I think a trip to the A is definitely on the docket. Maybe this year, JLs. We'll see, man. We play the Hawks a couple times.
I think the 2 games are in February, so I'm looking to get my ticket because my best friend, he a Hawks fan, so it works out. So every year, me and him go. Like last year we went, it was on my birthday because they played in like November, so I was able to go to that one.
Okay.
I try to get the closest seats I can get.
Yeah.
Wear all my Knicks colors and just have fun.
Proud, no doubt.
We won that November game too, right?
Yeah, we won that game.
I think so.
It was good because I went to the Giants played the Falcons that year.
Yeah.
And I went to he got me tickets for that, so I went there, and then we went to the Knicks game. So I went to both games for my birthday, and everything worked out.
Okay.
That was pretty dope.
All right, man. Well, yeah, we'll keep you posted, man. If we do, we'll definitely link up out there, man. Be safe, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Back to work, man. Don't get in trouble, bro.
No, I'm off now. I'm about to go home.
Oh, all
right. Car and drive home.
All right, later, man.
All right.
Oh, man, Chad. I thought we was getting in trouble for a second, man. He had his librarian voice on for a second. He was like, hello? Yeah. I want to talk about Frank. I like Frank. Frank's my guy. But oh man, it's all love, man. Shout out to Chad. That was a good show, man. That was definitely a good show. Salute to everybody who was watching.
Yeah, man. Good to be back.
Yeah, man. Camario Jarvis checking in from Antigua and Barbuda. I hope those hurricanes that we had in the last month didn't affect you at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. Salute to all my people in Bahamas, too, man. Hope you guys, if any of our viewers from Bahamas was affected by the hurricanes that we had, hope you guys are recovering well. Definitely bless up to you guys, man.
You know, I feel like the hurricanes be hitting the Caribbean every season.
Yeah, the hurricanes tend to do that, you know, JLs. Yeah, you know, we do have hurricanes.
I mean like bad though, not like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. You know I'm messing with you.
3 years or so. I mean.
Yeah, you know I'm messing with you, man. But yeah, that's the show for today. Salute to you guys, everybody who was watching, man. Definitely a good show, good times. The phone lines weren't working, but the workaround was great. Maybe we'll do that again. Hopefully not, but you know, if we have to, at least it works. So shout out to Dave for helping us out with that, and shout out to all the guys that we talked to: Steven Evans, Ari, Chad, Julian. Salute to Avery, Kenneth, Jay. Salute to all you guys who we talked to, man. JL, so I'm gonna throw it over to you and sign out, man.
Yeah, yo, shout out to P. Cruz. He wants us to go to Philly. I think a tour is coming now, yo.
Yeah, we gotta go to Philly, man. You know, we gotta go to Philly, man. We gotta go with some security, man. You know them Philly Bulls be acting up, man. We gotta go to Philly with some security, man.
Definitely gotta get some security. ain't going over there, Dolo, you, me and CP.
Nah, I got peoples in Philly, man. We good, man.
All right, I got a best.
Yeah, man, we good, man.
All right, cool. Alright, yo, so shout out to everybody, man. If you want to listen to the Nick of Time show, I know we've been on hiatus for a long time, but we will be back. First episode will be back on October 22nd on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, everywhere you can find a podcast. I have links in the bio if you want to see that. Also, you can follow me on all social media. It's the Nick of Time show on Instagram, the KOT show on Twitter. And also the Nick of Time show on Facebook. You can follow me on those places as well. And yeah, merch is coming. Actually, my store should be up soon. You can see, you get the Knox shirt here. I got RJ merch coming soon. I got Scott Perry merch coming soon. Trust me, hopefully everything will be with y'all on Sunday. And yeah, that's it. Back to you, CP.
Appreciate it, my dude, JLs. And thanks again for everybody who was joining us, man. We had almost 400 people watching on YouTube alone. Salute to everybody watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Salute to everybody watching, man. We thank you guys for the support. Once again, join the conversation. Let's keep it going. Share this video right now, wherever you are, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you are. Use the hashtag PostGameNYK, and we're going to add you guys to the exclusive private Twitter DM group as well as a Discord chat, so make sure you share it. The home opening tickets that we talked about, free food, ticket to Knicks versus Celtics, the free throws on the court, meet and greet with a Knicks alumni player, a mega package. The link is in the video description. You can get yours today. T-shirts, merchandise also in the video description. The Mitch Please t-shirts are going off the shelf. We just sent Mitch a whole package for him and his family as well, so he definitely likes the updated design. The show is also available in audio format. If you missed today's show in video, listen to it tomorrow at work. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, Alexa. Search for Knicks Fan TV and you will find the latest episode. So we're always there. Everywhere you are was always the tagline, and that's what we stay true to, man. So salute to everybody who was watching once again. Let's shout out some people as we get out of here. Rome, thanks again. Ayo Pal, my LA guy. Looney Waves, appreciate it. He says he already bought a ticket to the opener. Keith Sinclair, man, appreciate it. Delano's in here, appreciate you guys. CP the artist, all you guys that called in. Michael Parker. Go ahead, JLs.
Man, Enzo, see you, man. Peter Cruz, Craig Williams only holding me down. Thanks, Craig, for your work. Will from LI, of course he's from LI. Thank you for the compliment, man. Gil Humphreys, Jason Butler, Dark Matter. I know you don't like the Hawks, but we don't like him either. It's all good. We want
it. Facts.
And yeah, man.
T. Sinclair, appreciate it, man.
Everybody, man. Valentine Outlaw, thanks for coming out, man.
Reaper, man, appreciate it. Mr. Lee, appreciate it. He says it's a dead link. Let me give you guys the link to the home opener real quick. I'll give you guys a link to the home opener. So and
There's
I got
like 4 tickets left, right?
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, make sure you guys get it and get it soon. Stafford Don, bless up Stafford down there in Florida. I won't lose, appreciate it. And yeah, man, see you guys this weekend. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, share these videos, support you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.